Hello and welcome to 18 WJTS in.form. Have you ever walked in a teenager's room and wondered, is there something here I should be seeing and maybe I'm missing? Well, you'll find out what sort of things to look for with Hidden in Plain Sight. It's a program that is coming up on Wednesdays now through November sometime, and we have joining us in the studio Chelsea Brewer. She is the Health and Human Services educator with Purdue Extension.
Yep.
Also joining us is Jenna Bieker. She is the coordinator for Dubois County Cares.
Youth Development Coordinator.
Youth Development Coordinator for Dubois County Cares. Now I'm going to put you on the spot. What does Dubois County Cares stand for?
CARES, Coalition for Adolescents, Resilience, and Empowerment Strategies.
Very good. All you need to remember is Dubois County Cares. Now, ladies, what is Hidden in Plain Sight? What is the whole premise of this thing?
Sure. Hidden in Plain Sight is a 2-hour program that we invite anybody who either parents or spends time with a middle schooler or a high schooler to come and learn about kind of the signs and signals for drug or substance use so that they're aware of things that can be hidden in plain sight, right? We see it every day, but we may not know that this is actually a sign to something bigger. We'll also cover topics like risk and protective factors in our community, as well as positive parenting and communication skills.
Now, Hidden in Plain Sight, you're doing multiples of these, sessions. I'm going to call it a session, but really each session is its own session.
Yes.
You don't have to go to all 5. You don't have to go to 2. It's really designed, one is the same on each one.
Yes,
right?
yes.
Okay. And they're being held at different locations throughout the county. So you're hitting all corners of the county and all the school districts.
Right. We thought in order to bring this program to the most people that we would partner up with our school districts. And so we're hosting one in each of the school districts, but certainly you don't have to go to where your children are enrolled in school. Wherever, whenever works for you. We'd love to see you.
So it's going to be kind of like, I guess in one way, you're going to have a classroom setting where you're going to be instructing or telling people, informing people about substance abuse and signs to look for. But you've actually got a room set up that looks like a teenager's room. Is that right?
Yeah, I can talk a little bit about that. So it's a mock teenage bedroom. We're going to have, like a backpack and a desk and things that parents can go through so they can look for stash cans or ways that kiddos are hiding their substance use, to be familiar with kind of what is currently being used, right? Because things are not the way they were 10, 20, however many years ago. So parents can be aware kind of what that looks like for them to signal when they know that their kids are using substances. We're also going to have some local data so they know exactly what our kiddos are reporting that they're using.
Okay, because you said middle school. That's just little kids. Is that really something?
It is. The Indiana Youth Institute does a Indiana Youth Survey.
It's INYS, so Indiana Youth Survey. And actually, we're fortunate in Dubois County that we don't get that data every other year. We get it every year because CARES pays for the year that the county does not.
Okay.
So we get that self-report data from 6th through 12th graders in Dubois County every year, asking them, how many times in the last 30 days have you used this substance? When's the first time you tried this substance? Really just trying to understand what they're seeing and what they're experiencing so we can target our interventions to what's actually going on in the community.
And I think a lot of times we think, okay, well, that's mostly the later teenage years of high school, and that's not, they start early.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, looking at the 6th grade data is not for the faint of heart because there are a lot of 6th graders that are experimenting and trying different substances. And if you look at the data where it says, what's your first age of use, there are definitely lower teenage numbers in there.
So the idea behind Hidden in Plain Sight is for parents or guardians or grandparents or coaches to start seeing signals or signs, things to look for that you don't realize. Mm-hmm. I think, because I've been involved in Dubois County Cares, even the logo on a cup they're using could mean something you don't realize in our generation compared to their generation.
And we like to say, if you're going to break their trust by going through their things, you better know what you're looking for. Right? If you're going to destroy the room and search everything, really look and know what you're seeing.
And some of what you're going to be presenting is kind of specific to Dubois County. You're not just, saying this is in general nationally. Because I think sometimes you lose people that way. You're kind of making it somewhat specific to this county.
All of our data is either locally driven or state. So it's specific to Indiana. We'll give you some Indiana numbers, but then we also really dive into the local data that we get from this youth survey. We also have just an open discussion about what you see in the community as being protective. So why do you like raising kids here? But also what is maybe a risk factor for raising kids here within the culture of the county.
And I love that you asked that, because I know a lot of times when things happen, we like to think, okay, that happens in Evansville or Indy or Louisville or wherever, but this is data here. And this is conversations we're having with the school resource officers about what they see here in your kid's school every day. So there's really no way to deny that it's happening locally. It's not a, do we accept that it's happening? It's happening, and how do we address it?
And it's like they say, you know, talk, they hear you. This could be an opportunity for you to explore some things with your kids and talk to your kids about, and maybe they've been given this mug by a friend with this logo on it, and they don't realize what that symbol means. And you can have a discussion with them that can start them off on the right path of staying away. What are things that are kind of specific to Dubois County that maybe we don't realize? Are we too casual with alcohol?
Yes, so our kids are brought up in a culture of alcohol, adult drinking. Not that there's anything wrong with that. If you're over the age of 21, absolutely enjoy a beverage. But it is something that they see, and so that is a risk of normalizing the use of alcohol. However, we do have protective factors in the fact that we are very faith-based and family-centric. So, you know, that's a good part about raising kids here.
Will they take things home? If somebody comes to these sessions, are there pamphlets they get to take home, some sort of reference materials? Because this is not a class. I don't want you to think you're going to class and you're going to be graded. You're not, because the whole idea is you're educating, you're making people aware.
There's no test.
Okay, no test.
No test. No. We have lots of handouts that you'll leave with, as well as part of the breakout sessions. One of them is the family checkup. So it's actually a national publication that we'll go through that talks about positive communication and family parenting skills. So it talks about how to have those conversations and how to positively reinforce the good things that you see and how to be a supportive parent.
Okay, now, we want people to go to this, but it would help you if people register. How do they register? Do they call CARES? Do they call the Purdue Extension, Dubois County, or do they go online? What's the best way?
Sure. They can certainly call me at 812-482-1782. That's the Purdue Extension Dubois County line. Or they can register at bit.ly / all capital HIPS, HIPS-21. So that's our online registration link. You can also find it on our Facebook page.
You can find it on our Facebook page.
Yeah,
so if you look up either one of our social
Facebook.
medias.
And if you forget, call the station. We'll help you out that way too. It is okay. I mean, you want people to register, obviously. But if, let's say, tonight's a session and I go, you know, I got some time, and you should make time, but I've got some time, I'd like to go. Can they just show up?
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
They do run the risk of potentially the session being canceled. If we have low participation, we may just move participants to somewhere where we'll have more of a group interaction. So definitely, if you're just going to show up, check our Facebook page, because we'll post any cancellations to Facebook.
And even if you know your kids are good and clean and everything's hunky-dory, it's still okay to go to this, because you might be able to help another parent by learning something at this session. Or it may come up in conversation somewhere in family. So really, let's not have this to be low attendance. This should be to where you're full and you've got no room for any more to come. And you have to do this again and again and again, right?
You know, there really is something for everybody, whether it's just talking about those risk and protective factors in the community, getting a greater outlook for maybe the world outside your bubble, right? Or you take some positive parenting skills home with you that, hey, maybe I'll try this or that with Bobby or Joe. But also, we know that the greatest mitigator of youth risk behavior is a positive adult influence. So think about your kids' friends or your neighbor kids or somebody on the soccer team who just needs somebody older and positive in their life.
And you could be that person. You can
could
find out
totally
more
be
by
that person.
Okay, so go to Hidden in Plain Sight It's a great program that is run through Purdue University, Purdue Extension. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, and then Dubois County Cares has partnered with you?
They have.
Okay.
They have. They are financially supporting us while we put this on. And it is a sort of a national campaign that is being brought to you by Purdue.
Okay, it's right here in Dubois County. It's happening on certain dates. Make sure that you either register or call to get more information. Ladies, thank you for being our guest. Hidden in Plain Sight is coming to a school near you, but it is for you to go to. And all of these sessions are at night, correct?
Yes.
At like 6 to 8 in the evening,
6
sort of a
to
thing?
8 p.m.
Okay, good time to go. Go get some supper and then go and enjoy the program. All right, Chelsea Brewer has been our guest, as well as Jenna Bieker. Thank you, ladies. Hope to see you at one of the Hidden in Plain Sight sessions coming to a school near you. Thanks for watching 18 WJTS. We're local people watching local people.